myself through my own ears. I couldn't hear him when he started yelling at me.
What the heck?
And I didn't want to stop finishing my point, but I needed to also communicate that
What
I
the
couldn't hear
fuck?
Gavin, and I couldn't process why. Never accuse you of ever having eyes greater than yourself, whatever that phrase is.
It is interesting though to think about your eating. Food coming like a conveyor belt at the exact speed of your digestion.
Come on!
Theoretically, I think you could.
What the fuck?
Used to it until somebody pointed out how fucking dumb I was.
You may have been the best crack dope player ever, just by not knowing. It's really impressive.
I don't ever play PlayStation,
Dude.
so
Like,
I pulled out
what?
PlayStation at work a few years ago to make some videos.
No. How would I record that? But if I just said, oh, wait, do I need to release a verbal release good enough?
Eric will work it out with you behind the scenes.
Eric
Do
is
that kind of stuff.
Eric, is a verbal release
What
good
the
enough?
fuck are you
honest,
doing?
I feel like
Verbal release will do.
Face needs its
What
own
the
lawyer.
fuck are you doing?
We don't need a lawyer. Everything has been above.
We did it. Oh gosh.
Dang it. Just blew a tire in front of us.
Yeah. Yikes.
Like, you need to get one, and I was like, you need to find the right one. I bought Emily that day a Spider-Man waffle maker. I was just waiting for it to come in. It makes like spiderweb waffles. It's fucking awesome.
You haven't left any mix in a plastic bottle?
No.
So do you think your pleasure from blow drying your nuts and back and ass and all that stuff, if you got 3 pieces of wood, cut like 2 holes in each piece, mounted 6 blow dry.
What the fuck are you doing?
If you look carefully at the signs and the way the lines are painted on the roadway, you can see this white car is supposed to make the right turn onto the highway, but instead cuts the corner and tries to make the sharp right turn that only my lane is allowed to access.
Like 2020.
And like, kind of started just for what it is, like, you know, some type of like, and it was like downtown LA.
Really?
Point of if you had night vision like that, it would just be like sleeping with the lights on.
Yeah, but in your scenario, I can turn it off as easily as I granted myself these superpowers, so I just saw it.
That's fair.
You know your door's open, the back one?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Jesus Christ, dude.
It's a little tough to hear, and unfortunately both of the camera angles missed it, but as this Toyota comes around the corner, they have a catastrophic suspension failure of some kind, and the front left tire becomes wedged back against the wheel well.
Two segue, after
Starts
segue.
screaming at his computer 5 seconds before we start. He's like, it's always something! How on earth, it is always something. He already did it.
Well, that's a problem. So it should be pretty powerful. I'd imagine it would probably play Switch games. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know when that Indiegogo.
The pickup to my right goes straight on a red light and cuts off the oncoming red car.
Yes. No. If you don't know that, okay, so if you knew that I was about.
This person has an air horn sticking. Did you see that? It did.
Okay.
It's gonna be tender because it's been cooked for a long time, so the meat's gonna be spongy and soft. Then you've got that duck cell or whatever layer around it, which is like mushrooms and shit, and that's gonna create a thing where a lot of actors and actresses, like, it's like less nudity, which maybe is, you know, an issue for some actors and actresses who don't want to be gratuitously nude for no reason. Not that it's nude, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
No, I get it. It's just, I don't know. I don't know anyone who, like...
Freaked out. They had no idea how to take that information, and then I immediately banned Jake.
That was me saying I'm Heisen Jake.
It was you saying you were Heisen Jake. That's such an obscure, like, weird joke. They didn't know how to take it. I banned him so he couldn't reply, so it looked like he fled immediately, and it was ridiculous.
Who's Denise?
Denise, that's, Denise is funny. Denise is
Interesting.
Jeff's daughter, Millie. She was...
This one is totally bizarre. This is a 20 zone, as is all of downtown Portland. We're coming up to a red light. I put my car in second gear, started to accelerate to a reasonable speed, and this Subaru decides to come flying up behind me, overtakes me at well over the speed limit while honking continuously.
I mean, that's probably its own podcast, getting into like the politics behind accident investigation. You would think that it's this objective process, but really, you know,
It is almost entirely pointless to speed in downtown because all of the lights are synced together and it's basically impossible to exceed 20 miles an hour while proceeding straight through a series of intersections.
and the inclusion of highly qualified specialists within them. So that just boils down to it.
It's a 20 zone, you fucking moron.
This is another incident that is truly bizarre. It begins with this Mazda and the Lexus in the far right lane here. The Mazda begins repeatedly flashing their high beams at the Lexus, even though they're in the slow lane and about to enter the slow lane of another highway. As soon as the left lane opens up, I go to overtake them both, but the Lexus switches lanes in front of me and I end up sort of awkwardly between the two of them. For whatever reason, this seems to completely set off the Mazda driver and they throw an object out of their window at my vehicle.
Is there something in his car? Yeah, it hit the car.
Otherwise, it's supposed to be.
911, what is the address of the emergency?